Hello, viewers, and welcome to my YouTube channel called Viewpoint with Sajal. So, people have been watching and listening, and there has been a lot of criticism happening in relation to the Republic Day celebrations. I wanted to post this video much before, but then it actually, turned me around because starting from the Republic Day parade to the beating retreat to, the way our armed forces they dressed up, the arms that they were carrying, how the aerial views that were being presented for the first time from the cockpits of the aircrafts. So there was a lot of activity happening, but then unnecessary criticism is bound to happen, and that is something which is really unfortunate and happening in our country. Now, I would like to take you back to, the pre 15th of August 1947 era. At that time, there was a lot of colonialism that used to take place worldwide, and the Brits, or so called Britishers at that time, were solely responsible for that. We have learned that in our history because if I go down the memory lane, what I have learned in the history is the greatness of Gandhi and the greatness of Mughal Empire. That's about it. These were the two main topics that was being covered in the history. All right, so I will not deviate from the topic. Now, today I'm here to speak on how and what went where in and during the Republic Day Parade 2022, and that too, even so much so, the beating retreat. People, we all know that prior to 15th of August 1947, India was a colony of Britishers. Then Britishers, today they call themselves Brits. Uh, After the independence, when we got after the so-called independence, rather, when we had our constitution in place, and what I have learned is what I mean, most of you might have learned is that Indian constitution is the best ever document in terms of comparably to various constitutions across the world. Why? The reason that is being stated to us that there were lots and lots of other constitutions worldwide that were being reviewed, and best parts or the best practices from those constitutions were taken and included, and this is how the foundation stone of the Indian constitution was laid. Okay, even if that was the practice and that was the thought process, absolutely perfect, because there is no harm in obtaining or learning anything which is good from anyone else. So that's absolutely fine. But I have a counter question. Now, I have a counter question. Then in 1976, why this word secular categorically was included in the Constitution of India? I will speak on this maybe sometime in next video, because this is something, here lies the entire story. Here lies the entire conspiracy theory. Coming back to the Republic Day parade and coming back to the beating retreat. People, this time's parade was really, really very special. What happened in this time's Republic Day parade and, of course, beating retreat should have been done decades and decades away. Initially, the military bands, when we, if you talk maybe starting from 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, I mean, the tunes the bands used to play were Scottish, they were English tunes. Here and there, yes, of course, few of them were Indians. But this is first time it has happened that all the tunes played by the military bands, be it on Republic Day, be it on the Republic Day parade, and be it on beating retreat. Pardon me. So both days they were all Indian tunes. I don't know how many of you have noticed this. How many of you actually heard the commentators actually giving you about the insights. Besides this, something special also happened on the Republic Day parade. When the contingents were marching on the Rajpath, when the contingents of our armed forces were marching on the Rajpath, it was a perfect blend of our glorified history, coupled with our freshness that is present now, that can be felt, that can be seen, and that has been shown by our defense forces while conducting, the be it the surgical strikes or the air strikes. And when I say that it was a complete blend, I want to highlight that there were contingents who were even carrying the rifles that were used in the past. Versus, if you to me, what caught my eye was the paratroopers who were dressed in their recent attire, the most comfortable one for them. If I say comfortable, please don't take it otherwise. Like, I feel comfortable in this jersey, so I'm wearing it. No, for them, the parameters are absolutely different. So much so, the rifles, the arms they were carrying, and the way they were marching, thumping, those arms, those rifles, were also the modern day arms, and they are being procured from Israel. It is a complete transformation. In fact, you must have also, if you have not, then I would suggest that you go to YouTube, you look at the parade once again, and you will see so many of our contingents wearing the uniform of yesteryears. When I say yesteryears, means the past. So much so, they were also carrying 303 rifles. So it was like a complete display of how the Indian armed forces transformed. We never left our legacy behind, and we are proud of our legacy. So that was a clear message that was sent across. But what to do? We have few unfortunate people still living and surviving within the society, within the country, who just have to criticize and criticize and criticize for anything and virtually for everything. Whereas if you go and dig down their deeds, their DNA, they will fall short. Let me tell you one more thing. Post I speak, I have a surprise for all of you. So I will not take much of the time. I can go on and speak for as much as I want to. But then please bear this thing in mind. This time it was a blend of our legacy and the fresh blood and the freshness that has been infused into our armed forces. When did you first time before this Republic Day fly past, did you get to see a cockpit view from Rafale, from Sukhoi, from helicopters, all sorts of, aircrafts? When did you first see prior to the Republic Day Parade 2022? So people, we really need to introspect. And trust you me, these people, whosoever, what political stream, they have no ideology. I used to think that, okay, all right, one of the grand old party must be having some kind of an ideology, or maybe the other parties may have, but then I'm really sorry to say they are right. They have been exposed. And the best thing is they themselves have exposed each other like anything. So I would not take much of your time, since I have a beautiful package that I really wanted all of you to have a quick look and feel proud, take pride in our great nation. Thank you.